on, everybody? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. I want to thank all you guys for tuning back in, new and old subscribers. If you're checking out my channel for the first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button at this time and click that bell so that you get all the notifications. So, tonight's topic, well, first of all, I just want to say I'm glad I'm back in classic mode. It seems like it's been forever shooting this classic video instead of, the live streams that I've been doing lately. So, today's topic, I'm going to be talking about Miss Janet Jackson and the recent news of her, splitting up with her husband, billionaire, tycoon, real estate, fashion, all these other things that he's involved in, mogul, tycoon, whatever you want to call it. So I put this, and I was putting thought into this, like, okay, because she's 50, right, and he's 42. She's a little older than him. He just had a baby. She had a 3-month-old baby now, whose name is Eissa, and nobody's ever seen the baby, which is not really relative to this discussion. But her being 50, they've been together, might as well say for around 7 years now. They met in 2010, and they got married 2 years after that in 2012. So they've been together for quite some time. So whatever, because a lot of people are saying that this is potentially due to cultures and customs clashing and all that. But these guys have been together long enough. And I understand that sometimes babies having children changes things, but so the gentleman's name, if y'all didn't already know, his name is Wissam Al Mana, and he's from Qatar, or Qatar, as some of y'all like to pronounce it. Many people do pronounce it, and that's a very rich country in the Middle East. Famous for oil, just like a lot of the other Arab countries have huge oil deposits there as well. So, like I said, he's making money hand over fist. Janet Jackson is no broke woman. So, at the end of the day, money shouldn't seem like an issue, or is it? That's the next thing. So, Janet, this guy, like I said, he's worth over 100 billion. That's dollars. As far as British pounds, it'll British pounds worth more. So anyway, the dude is paid, and he's got several businesses, restaurants, all this other stuff. Janet is estimated to be worth around $175 million, but if she got some Michael money tied up in there, she's making a little more. So obviously, that Wissam, he's Muslim, and Janet Jackson was raised Jehovah's Witness, so she is really no stranger to being in a conservative religion, even though after, branching off in entertainment, she's been very sexual and promoting, sexually oriented songs and just being a sex symbol in the pop R&B, community. And she's been linked to, entertainers and such, and she's been married before, once at 18, one of James Debarge, and then a backup dancer in 91 to and a director, a Mexican guy. His name is Rene Elizondo, I believe. And then what really let a lot of people down was when she got with Jermaine Dupri. And I guess, at that point, anybody felt like they had a shot. But at the end of the day, Jermaine Dupri is still paid, So she's up in age. So, like I said, Janet was no stranger to the whole conservative aspect of it. And I know she's done a lot of travels overseas and in the Arab countries, Arab community. So she's pretty familiar. Her brother Jermaine, he converted to Islam in '89. People are saying Michael Jackson also, converted to Islam before he passed away untimely. And he spent a lot of time over in the Middle East and in Arab countries as well. So Janet Jackson, she's no stranger. So that was something that was coming up, was that she was being oppressed by this man. You know, he was a very religious dude. He's very conservative. He doesn't do any interviews. He doesn't do social media. He's just a cool, classic dude who likes to check out, he likes to read and check out antiques. So he was, even though we know Janet, she's always quiet. You know, she's never out. She likes to stick to herself for the most part. And this guy is a reserve guy as well. So I think where we look at this whole thing coming into, as far as, I guess, something that he might not have seen. He's always wanted Janet Jackson. I guess a lot of people, when you see him growing up on TV, he's a younger guy, always saw her on TV, and being in the position that he was in, he was able to be in her company. That's how he ended up meeting her. So obviously, at the end of the day, she chose him. And I've done videos about how a woman, if she's the breadwinner more so, if she links up with a man or ends up dating a man or marries a man, he would have to have more money or making more money than her for her to actually respect him. And in this case, unlike Serena Williams, this man has way more money than Janet Jackson. Not to say that she won't respect him, but she ended up marrying this guy. Not so much based upon the money, but the fact that he makes that amount of money. So there's really no way that she could say, that she would have to say, you know, I make more than this guy, and I can look down on this guy. This man is a very accomplished man at the end of the day. So I guess one of the issues that came about with this whole oppression thing is, basically during her pregnancy, he was controlling, was telling her what she could and couldn't do, didn't want her to be on the social media scene. Obviously she dropped out of a tour that she had, because she ended up getting pregnant. And there was some issues with when her mother came to visit, allegedly. Because her mother was dealing with her own issues, back in the States with abuse and things of that nature. So Janet was staying in London, and the mother came over there to visit, and this guy, Wissam, according to people, he didn't want to have nothing to do with the mother, and he really didn't want to meet the family, So he was just wanting to take care of his wife the way he saw fit. Whether that's true or not, I don't see it, because after 5 years, you mean to tell me that this man has never met your mother, and that he would be treating her in a certain aspect, especially with tenets of Islam and religion, and he's supposed to be a devout Muslim, to be treating the mother in that way, it doesn't seem right. And for her to say that she's being oppressed and things of that nature, when we've seen all these pictures of them out and about. So the next issue points to why, after all of this time, after the baby is born and all of these things, you've been with this man roughly 7 years now. And this oppression all of a sudden is, as far as it being an issue, him being controlling his religion and oppressive Muslim towards his woman is an issue all of a sudden. Now, the other thing that comes up is there was a supposed prenup. So we're looking at the oppression part as opposed to the prenup. She's supposed to, if they last over 5 years of marriage, the prenup allegedly states that Janet is entitled to, severance package, whatever, as part of the prenup. If they do divorce or have a breakup, Janet is entitled to 400 million pounds or something like that, which is a crazy amount of money if they make it past 5 years. And it just so happened right now they're at the 5-year mark, and it's right after she had a baby. So that's its own thing anyway, because prenups generally have nothing to do with children. You have children, that's something completely different at that point. So she's going to be getting support for this child for the next 18 years as well from this man, which obviously he has no problem paying that, based upon, his family's going to be rich for the rest of human history probably. So I'm looking at it from a standpoint at the end of the day. She was wearing the hijab and all these things and out and about. She embraced the religion of Islam, and so it seemed. She was very aware of the religion, and she was aware, I'm assuming, ahead of time when she married this man. So I don't think the oppression part was in there. I think it's more of a payout, or it could be more of the actual. It's just too coincidental for it to be 5 years with the whole prenup part. And even if that's the point, if that's not the point, the fact that this man is worth over $1 billion, when it comes to money, for some women, I'm not saying all women or not a lot of women, but when it comes to money for some women, even that won't keep a woman at the end of the day. How much money you're making. If it's a peace of mind, like I've always said, whether it's a man or woman, whether it's a peace of mind, hey, you can't put a price tag on that. Janet's paid anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even if she is getting $400 million out of the deal, her family is going to be rich forever also, due to Michael Jackson's investments and all this stuff like that. So I just find it real weird as far as the oppression part that everybody leans to, and that's what a lot of people lean to when it comes to divorce is mistreatment, and it's never really it's always more so the man's fault. It's more so the man's fault in a breakup. And this woman of means, it's not like this woman of means, if she was truly being oppressed or something like that, I'm pretty sure that would have been done early on, especially as long as they've been married. He would have stopped a whole lot of things, but especially her being on social media and stuff like that. So that's just my thoughts on that. I saw the story today. I wanted to make a video on it, get you guys' thoughts on it. Whether you think it's actually her being oppressed or if it's actually a payout. You know what I'm saying? Because that 5 years is real convenient, especially for $400 million. Janet Jackson is always, in my opinion, she's always been kind of weird anyway, and a private person. And if she's anything like how she was on Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married 2, then behind closed doors, then that's something else, because she played that role a little bit too good for me. You know what I'm saying? So between, I think, Tupac saying right after they finished shooting Poetic Justice, she changed her phone number, didn't want to talk to nobody, her just making different moves. Her, at the age of 50, getting married again, having a baby at the age of 50, things like that. It just, the way she moves just seems different. I know she's been in the spotlight her whole life, but I don't know. I just think this case is, they haven't filed for divorce yet, but I just think it's a little weird, for it to just be oppression, in my opinion, or in my estimation. So let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all comment, hit the comment section up so we can go back and forth on this, so I can hear what y'all got to say, what y'all thoughts and opinions are. Be sure to like the video, give me a thumbs up if you like the content. Share it also. Subscribe if you haven't. Click the bell so you get all the notifications for all my new content immediately as I put it out. Follow me on all social media. Links is in the description. Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Amazon. Check out my books. And I'm expanding the channel as quickly as possible, as much as I can. I'm gonna start doing interviews and things like that. I want to interview some of you guys, as we communicate, and have a dialogue in the comment section, so we can talk about different topics and bring more material to those of you out there watching my channel. So, feel free to email me. My links is in the description. Or if you have any topics you'd like me to discuss, email me those as well. So with that being said, like I said, I'm back on classic mode. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. I will catch you guys on the next video. You guys have a good day and all that, and peace.